Hi everyone, come join me today for a Pilates, a Barre, a fusion class for 30 minutes. It's going to give everything that you need in one day, done and dusted. So grab your water, grab your mat and come join me. Alright guys, let's start standing. You don't need a bar today, but if you feel like your balance might be a little bit off, you're welcome to use a wall, use a stool, use a chair. Make sure you just use the props that feel good in your body, so as you go through and do more of these classes, you kind of know what you kind of need around to make the exercises feel good for you. But let's just start hip width apart, finding ourselves nice and grounded on the mat. So we're going to rock forward and back. What we're starting with here is to feel our feet into the ground, into the mat. Make sure we're not rocking onto the sides of the feet or too much on the inward ball of that big toe of the foot. You want to feel that nice equal pressure through all 5 toes on each foot. Now we're going to roll those shoulders back. Let's come into a little stillness with those feet. Roll the shoulders back. Think about growing long and tall through that spine. We don't want that rib cage to flare. We want to keep it nice and connected. Remember, we want that rib to hip connection to get that nice strong core. Shoulders nice and back. Think about wide like a big broad swimmer. From here, we're going to come down to some little squats up and down. As we squat, what I want you to think about is sitting back on that tiny little child's chair behind you. So as I'm squatting down here, I can lift up my toes. My knees aren't coming over my toes, so I'm protecting those knees. So it's a nice low squat. So as we sit further back into those heels, you're going to feel more glutes, and that's what we want to do. We want to activate those glute muscles. It's a big muscle group, a big fat burner. That's going to help stabilize our hips, stabilize our pelvis. So down, and let's go for 3, 2, and we're going to add on as we squat down. Now we're going to stand up, transfer the weight, and lift the leg. Squat down, transfer to the other side. So catch your balance, we're activating that core, using those obliques. Now if you ever want to make it a bit harder, you can add on those ankle weights. Often I add on just about 500 grams, max 1 kg for those exercises, just to add that little extra burn if you like. That's it, squatting down, using those arms, and lift up. Nice, pressing through those heels. This time we're going to squat down as we lift up, hold here. See if you can just lift and lower. Make sure you're not locking out this knee, you're pulling up through the core. So I can feel this oblique working here, hands on the hips, shoulders nice and back. That's it, using that side glute. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, squat it down, we lift up to the other side and pulse it up here. Nice, I can feel it oblique working, the side thigh, booty. Nice, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink it down, little pulses here. So getting nice and low, or weight in those heels, chest nice and open. But sometimes it's nice to actually push those hands together to open up those pecs. That's it, let's go for 3, 2, 1. This time, we're gonna come up and tap across. Squat down, tap across. That's it. Now if your balance feels off, you're welcome just to come and rotate through that belly button right here. Inhale, exhale. Remember, there's always a progression and a digression to meet you on that day. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one here. Bring it back down, back into those little pulses. Warming up those glutes, getting that heart rate nice and up. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. We're going to squat down, lift up, releve. This is a nice alternative to a jump squat. So we're still activating those calves. We're staying nice and connected to our mat, not putting any pressure on those knee joints, and getting that nice heart rate elevation. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bringing it down and shift over, bringing my hands into that left leg. I'm going to swoop that right leg behind. Shoulders decompress down, so they got that nice opening through the chest. I can feel my shoulder blades going down the back. From here, just a tap in, tap out. So I'm putting that nice pressure, leaning forward onto my left leg. That's it, shoulders nice and open. Still think about pulling that belly button to the spine, that tailbone slightly tucked under. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, hold it back. Can you lift and lower? Ooh, catch that balance, lift and lower. So now I can feel the stabilizing leg working as I'm working the right glute. Beautiful, let's go for 3, 2, Last one, can you hold it up there for me? Little pulses up. Now if your balance feels a bit too off for that, just bring it back down to that first move. Nice, let's go for 3, 2, 1, bring it in, transfer. Start with a step in, step out. So you can just stay here for the whole time if you wish. You're still doing some nice body movements, still working those glutes. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, hold it back, tap and lift. Or you can stay here, it's the next progression up. Now, so I'm still putting a nice bit of weight into that front leg, got that nice bend, nice little squeeze, belly button still pulling up. So you're just looking just in front of yourself to catch your balance. Now let's hold it up, so pick that little spot in front of you, ground yourself with those eyes, feel into those feet, use that core. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back in, back to that nice little squat pulse in the middle. I'm loving these squat pulses today. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to stand up at same knee, same elbow, reach across. So if you want, you can just stay here and tap the foot in. Or you can add that balance challenge here. So it's a nice little bend over, like I'm doing 2 panes of glass, and then I draw it all together. And once you feel comfortable with it, you can take it to your speed. Now that's it, so we're just really crunching that side oblique. So you're getting a nice strong core for these balance stabilization moves. Nice, let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it over, have that nice little stretch, and back to center. Squat it down. That's it, coming back to our base move today. These nice little squats at the start. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, stand it up, stretch over. Once again, you can stay here, or draw that knee to elbow in that nice little crunch. Trying to keep that body, so don't curve the body over, nice and straight over. Ooh, I lost my balance trying to check you guys out. That's it. Once again, if you lose your balance, you just come back in. Now, let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Take it over for that nice little stretch. So really bend here, like in 2 panes of glass, or reach those fingertips over for that nice little lengthening through that side body. And back to center. Let's come to the tops of our mat. Well-deserved little seat rest right here. Let's fold over those legs and focus in on that breathing. Relax the shoulders down and take a nice big inhale. Expand my ribcage like accordion. Blow all the air out, contracting that belly button to spine. So a nice big inhale. Bring some nice oxygen in the body and contracting that deep core muscles. Inhale in. As I exhale out, I blow it out of my mouth like I'm blowing out some candles. I feel that belly button draw back and contract. So that's getting that nice deep core contraction. Inhale in, exhale out. I'm going to roll the shoulder blades back. I'm seeing my nice beautiful C curve here. I'm going to inhale. This time as I exhale, I'm just going to rock it back and rock back and over those legs. Now if you need to, you can have the hands here. You rock back and rock back over. Inhale, exhale, shoulders are coming down, and I only come far back as I've got that nice control. Inhale, blow my candles out, and I'm coming here, I'm drawing that belly button to spine. My gaze is staying in between those thighs to pubic bone. Beautiful, my knees are hip width apart. You can bring them together if that feels nicer for you. You can pop your Pilates ball in the middle if that feels like it gives you a bit more control, contracting those inner thighs. Beautiful, inhale and exhale. Beautiful C curve back. Inhale in, exhale. Let's see if we can hold here. If your hands are behind the knee, that's fine. You just hold here with your hands. Roll those shoulders back, then we're drawing that belly button to spine. So if your hands behind your knees, you're just going to lift an arm and bring it down and grab back behind the knees. All the hands are here, lifting up and down. So as my arm lifts up, I can feel the move shift into that upper core. Inhale, exhale, beautiful C curve here. Inhale in, exhale out. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Reach it all the way forward, and let's roll it back. Now if you need to bring the hands behind the knee to roll yourself safely back, you're more than welcome to. We're just going to hit some nice big arm circles. I'm going to shimmy my feet in a bit closer to my glutes. I'm just doing some nice little shoulder mobility here. One direction and back the other direction. As my arms are going up and around, I'm kind of thinking about melting my ribcage down, balancing off that pelvis so I'm not squishing my spine into the mat. So let's just check ourselves out right here. I'm going to bring my hands like a gun, thumbs to the bottom of my ribcage, pointer finger to the top of my ribs. So I don't want to be seeing them tucked up here. I want length. Lengthen away, sink the ribcage down, and that's a beautiful neutral position. It's always good to come back and remind ourselves of the basics. So I should be able to sit a cup of tea here. So if I made a wee triangle, I can place it here and it's nice and flat, so I'm not tucked up like this. So I'm rolling away, ribcage is melted down. So if you've got that nice core connection, I should be able to just slip my hands under that spine. Beautiful. From here, let's just march through those feet. So it's always good to come back to those basics and remind ourselves, because if you're feeling like you're not getting that good core workout, often it's those little cues I've just given you that's going to help you connect with your deep core muscles and build a nice strong stabilization through that midsection. Beautiful. We're just marching through those feet. If you wish, you can lift those arms up, draw the shoulders into the mat. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, hold that leg up, lift the other leg up there. Nice work. From here, I'm going to bring the legs out to a diamond shape. Once again, for a bit more stabilization, keep those arms down, pressing those hands into the mat, pressing the triceps, going to help stabilize the upper body. So my legs are in a nice diamond shape. My knees are just on the outside of my hips, my big toes are connected, and I'm just lowering, lifting in that diamond shape. Beautiful. So we're just connecting into those lower abdominals. We're opening up those hip flexors with those legs in that diamond shape. Sometimes it's a bit more comfortable for people. Now make sure if your neck is doing this, make sure you have a little prop to tuck your chin under. So just roll up a little towel or have a little cushion, because we don't want to be putting pressure on the back of our spine. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it together. Bring the knees together, bring them out. Knees together, knees out. So just opening and closing. So we're getting beautiful mobility work at the same time having nice core stabilization. So that rib cage is down, I'm still in that beautiful neutral spine. Let's go for 3, 2, and let's add on. Knees come together, knees come out. We kick and extend. Big toes join, knees click together. Knees out, kick and extend. Activate those quads, in and out. So again, that nice mobility, movement in the hip joint, getting that nice extension, using those quads, knees in. Make sure those knees are stacked over the hips, they haven't drifted inwards or outwards, they're nice and directly stacked over. Beautiful, let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Kick it out, hold here. Feel that nice strength in those legs. Connect it back, connect the knees, hug those knees into the chest, have a little rock. So now my spine is pressing to the ground as I hug those knees in. So I'm giving that nice lumbar spine a nice little massage right here. Beautiful. Placing those legs down, hip width apart, we're going to do a pelvic peel. So here's my neutral, I tip the pelvis up. So think about a clock. So my 12 o'clock's here, my 6 o'clock's there. I'm going to tip this 12 o'clock up towards my face, and I'm going to roll, 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 roll. Push into the heels, push into the triceps to get nice and high here without the ribcage doing this and spilling out. So the core is nice and connected. And I'm going to roll one vertebrae down. So we're getting nice mobility work here at the same time. We're working that pelvic floor, getting a nice work on those quads and hamstrings. A good squeeze on those glutes. Roll one vertebra down at a time. Last one here. Peel up, feel through each vertebra. Push in, hold here. I'm going to hold up in this position, so a good nice squeeze on those glutes, push through those heels. Let's see if we can transfer the weight. So I'm going to transfer into my right, pick up my left. Place it back down, transfer again. So as I'm transferring, I'm trying to keep my hips nice and stable. So see my fingers are just on my hips here, they're not rocking and rolling or dipping down. So it's hip stabilization, activating that pelvic floor. That's it, getting nice and strong in this midsection. Let's go for 3, 2,
Last one, see if you can hold it up there. You can keep a bent leg or push up. Once again, it helps if you push with those hands. Little pulses here to the ceiling. Little pulses activating that right glute. That's it. Push it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Bend that leg. Place it back down. Don't lose that height. See if you can challenge yourself and stay up. Lift that right leg up. Little pulses through that left glute. Now for me, this is my weaker glute. So I've got to really think about pushing through those triceps, pushing through those hands, and helping myself drive up and wake up that glute by pushing through the heel. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Bend that leg. Place it back down. Squeeze those glutes back up. Roll one vertebra down at a time. Beautiful. Bringing those hands, interlacing the fingers just slightly together, the thumbs along down the neck. I can see my elbows in my peripheral vision. Slighten on the chin, I'm going to close that rib cage. I'm back in that neutral position. I'm going to inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to lift up and crunch, looking here. And I can still see that this is nice and flat. And bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. And bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. This time, when inhale, exhale, lift up, we reach the hands, lift a little higher. Bring the hands back and bring ourselves back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up, seeing my elbows in my peripheral vision. I reach those arms long, I lift a little higher. I hold that height as I bring my hands back. Inhale, exhale, lift up, lift the hands, lift a little higher, bring it down, bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, nice work. Let's make this our last one. Hold that height and bring it back down. Lovely work. Hope that core is starting to feel nice and fired up. Let's work a little bit more into those legs. So I'm going to bring my hands back behind, melt the ribcage down, tuck the chin. Inhale, exhale. Now as I lift up, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to lift that leg and rotate, connecting that knee to elbow. Bring it back down and through. Inhale, exhale, lift up. We rotate. Think about more bringing the shoulder, not so much the elbow. So don't let the elbow come in and bring it back down. Inhale, so I don't want to see this, the elbow coming across. Keep it wide and think about shoulder to knee and bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up and rotate. So this is working on those beautiful bicycles and getting the technique correct and effective, because we really want to think about lifting that ribcage and rotating. Looking good. You've got this. And rotate. Twisting from that belly button. Hold here for me. See if you can lengthen that arm out. That leg's nice and tabletop. Now pulse up here for me. So I'm trying to reach and reach. That's it. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. See if you can pick up that other leg. Beautiful. Now just hold it here. Reach it in, reach it out. Reach it in, reach it out. Oh, you might be cursing at me right now, but that's okay. I'm helping you work on that waistline. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it in. Bring it back through center. Drop it down. Drop that left leg down. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to reach up. Rotate. That arm reaches. Little pulses here. So I'm trying to reach like I'm trying to touch my plant over there. Or try and touch the back corner of your mat. This leg in a nice little tabletop, and I'm wringing out that waistline. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold here. See if you can pick up that bottom leg. If you can't, that's okay. Just hold and keep it to those pulses. Or you can have a little tap here and down. So I'm trying to reach out, reach in. So only reach that leg out if you've got the strength and it's not straining your lower back. So you want to listen to your body, check out what it's telling you, and take it to its limit. It's comfortable but still challenging. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it in, back through the center. Relax that head down, relax those feet down. Beautiful. Let's just bring those hands down, take into a little counter. So before we did hip rolls, this is just a hip hinge. So I'm just going to hinge up and bring it back down. So it's just a nice staying in neutral. I lift up, I bring it back down one more time, lift up, bring it back down. This time, come into a little releve. So the feet come close so the heels are off the ground. I lift up into a releve, which can make me go high, but make sure you're still flat through here and you're not coning up there. So nice and flat. Inhale, exhale, that little releve. Beautiful. Just lowering and lifting. So this is a great move to activate those glutes. A great move during and after pregnancy. Just really helps wake up those sleepy glutes. Now I can start feeling my calves starting to burn. We're trying to get the whole body. So don't worry, we're going to do the upper body soon. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Hold it up. Join the heels together. Still that releve. Little pulses out now. So I'm in this nice little position. I like to call it the Elvis. And I'm pulsing out. So my heels are kissing together. My feet are in a slight little releve. And I'm lifting up. I'm holding here and I can feel those outer glutes working. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Back to center. Square yourself back off. Drop those heels and drop it back down. Beautiful work. From here, we're going to roll over onto our tummy and get our backs, and then we've got our arms, and then we get a cool down. Time to get the backs. Now, for any reason, if it's uncomfortable to lie on your tummy, you can do these moves in an all fours position. So whatever move we're doing on our tummy, you can just mimic it here with one arm. So say if we're doing our little pullbacks, you can come here. But if you can lie down on your tummies, come with me right here. So from here, my nose is hovering, shoulder blades are rolled back, my arms are in a nice W shape. So with that nose hovering, I'm going to inhale, exhale, shoulders come back, belly button pulls up off the mat to engage that abdominals to protect the lower back. Inhale, exhale, we lift and hover and bring it back down. So right now my legs are just relaxing on the mat and I'm focusing on that mid-thoracic spine. Inhale, exhale, lift. So you might want to stay here today, or if you want to add on, we're going to inhale, exhale, lift up. We're going to shoot the arms forward and bring them back and lower back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up, hover. Shoot the arms forward, gaze stays to the mat, make sure you're not snaking that neck and down. Inhale, exhale. Now can you stay up and give me 5 pullbacks? 1, 2, those elbows are pulling into the rib cage. And last one here, hold it here, little pulses up. Little pulse up, pull that belly button in. 3, 2, and 1, and lower it back down. We're going to bring palm over palm. The legs are going to come to the outside of the mat. Roll those shoulder blades back, belly button pulls up. I'm going to lift my right leg up and bring it down. I'm going to lift my left leg up. So my feet are slightly turned out in what I like to call the awkward Pilates position. Inhale, exhale, we're going to lift up. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, back down. 1, lift a little higher, back down. So once again, we're isolating glutes off and activating that big muscle. At the same time with our feet turned out, we're opening up the hip flexor. 1, 2, 3, back down. 1, 2, 3, back down. One more time on each leg. 1, 2, 3, back down. 1, 2, 3, back down. Now let's see if we can lift both legs up. Inhale, exhale, lift them both up and click the heels. So right now we're strengthening the glutes and strengthening that lower back. The shoulders are back, belly button's pulled up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax them back down on the outsides of the mat. Inhale, exhale, I want you just to float that upper body up and bring it back down. So shoulder blades back, belly button pulls up. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Beautiful. We're just hovering. We're just working that postural muscles. So make sure the elbows stay slightly anchored down so they're not flaring up. They slowly anchor down towards the mat. And one more here. Inhale, exhale, lift up, hold for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place it back down. Hands are going to come in line just above my shoulders. My thumbs are on my shoulders. Roll the shoulder blades down. I'm just going to come up for a gentle stretch. So once again, my feet are turned out hips, so you only come as high as what feels good for you. So right here, I feel a really nice stretch. Opening up through those hip flexors, shoulders are down, belly button's pulling in. So my upper back's working as I'm stretching out into those hips. Beautiful, that should feel really good. I can really feel a nice opening up in the front of that hip flexor. And place it back down. Legs are going to come back in parallel, arms are back straight out, nose is hovering. Opposite arm, opposite leg lifts. This is our swim per rep. This is a move we should be doing a couple of times a week to really help strengthen that back, strengthen that posterior chain. So nose is hovering, shoulder blades down, belly button pulls up, I lift, I hold here and I think about length, and then I come back down. We lift up, we think about the length like someone's pulling your toes, pulling your fingers, and then back down. I'm making it a little bit taller today. And bring it back down, lift up, lengthen out and down. Now if you want, you just keep it here. Or if you want to come with me, we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we roll the shoulder blades back, belly button picks up, everything comes off the mat, and we swim, 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 swim. We think about swimming in the beautiful ocean. That's it. I'm hoping to get out on my paddleboard today. It's a beautiful sunny day here. So let's go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Bring the hands to the side, push back into a child's pose, counter stretching that back. So once again, play around here. Might feel nicer if you have your knees wide and to sink into the middle. Just kind of creep those fingers forward, sink those glutes back. Now if you find your glutes are quite high, might be comfortable to have a little cushion right here to take some pressure off those knees. Inhaling, exhale, I'm going to roll forward into a little falls position. I'm going to creep back on my mat. So pinkies are to the edge of the mat, my knees are under my hips, hands under the shoulders. Let's do a nice little cat stretch here. So I tuck my chin, tuck my belly button, and then I release it all the way out. Inhale, exhale, tuck it all up, and release it all the way out. Inhale, exhale, tuck, 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 so belly button pulls in, chin. Really try and push through those palms and tuck the chin in to really get the upper back. And release it all the way back out. Now let's find our nice little neutral, have a little scapular release here. So I lift and lower into that upper body, arms are staying straight, and I find my neutral. Let's go for our little side cinches. So I'm going to look to my glutes. As my glutes come around, I come back. So I kind of think like I've got a tail, and I'm trying to look to my tail and back to center. I'm trying to keep neutral in here. So I'm not like this. I'm tucked up, belly button's pulled in. So my back's like a little table, and back to center. So I'm getting a nice little stretch as we cinch the hips. Inhale, exhale as I look to my tail. Inhale in, exhale, look to my tail, and back to center. Beautiful work. From here, we're going to work that upper body a little bit more. So I can feel my upper body working right here. I'm going to lift that right leg. Make sure those hips don't rotate, they stay nice and strong right here. So from here, I'm going to lift that opposite arm. So it's like our swim, we're in that 4-point kneel with just 2 anchor points on the ground, holding here. I'm going to pull that arm back and reach forward, just holding that leg up. Beautiful. If that's too much, you can bring that leg down and just focus on keeping the shoulder over that hand, reaching forward and pulling back. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Hold it up there, little lifts. So it's that similar move to that swim, strengthening that back muscles. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, the arm comes down. Our tricep push-ups in Pilates style. So here, the elbows brush past that rib cage and stay nice and hugged in. As my nose comes down, and that leg helps me lift back up. Once again, you can bring that leg down if you need to. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it up, hold, straightening off that leg, holding nice and straight. Once again, don't tip into that lower abdominals, hold up through here. Push through those 5 fingertip pads, stretch out that leg and pulse it up. So strengthening the upper glute, which is going to strengthen that lower back right here. Think about a nice straight leg. Gazes down towards the mat. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. We're going to bend that leg up, nice big hip rotations here. So keeping my hips square to the mat, it's like I'm drawing a circle on the edge of my knee. I've got a pencil on the end. And let's rotate back the other way. So it's a nice hip mobility, at the same time working that glute, and we're strengthening that upper body, pushing into those hands. Last one here, rotate it up, hold the leg here. I'm going to use that side oblique as that foot steps to the side of the mat. I'm going to sink down into that hip flexor. So once again, you might need some yoga blocks or some books or something here just to hop your hands on. Might be a bit nicer if those hip flexors are quite tight.
But remember, with those hip flexors are really tight, this side's a bit tighter for me than the other side, it switches off those lower abdominals. So we really want to stretch out those hip flexors and those thighs to help keep that nice and open so we can work that lower abdominals. From here, I'm going to lean in, reach that hand up, only if you can. Straighten the leg, bend off there, and then I'm going to see if I can bend it a bit more. So I can stretch off the front of that thigh. Beautiful. That's an intense stretch right there. If that's too painful in your knees, just stay with the first stretch. Beautiful. This is just a little additional little thigh burner stretch right here. Bring that hand back down. I'm going to tuck those toes under, pick up through that foot there. So in that nice big runner's lizard lunge right here. Now if you need to, drop that back knee and just switch that leg around, or hold here and come into a plank and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees down, straight into the other side. So I'm lifting that other leg up. Feel that nice strength in that body. Lift that opposite arm. So pulling up through that core, gaze down, stretch through those fingers. Beautiful here. Little lifts up. Nice work. So lifting up and lowering. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Nice stretch position. Arm comes down. Rotate those elbows in, down and up. So the elbows are hugging that rib cage on the side of the body. My nose is coming down. I've got that leg nice and straight up. If you need to, just bring that leg down if you feel a bit unbalanced here. Working those triceps. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Hold it up. Little lift here. That's it. Activating that upper glute. Nice strong leg. Gaze down. We're nearly at the end. Stretching it out. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bend the leg. Nice big rotations here. So circling that leg nice and around. Opening up that hip. Good work. And rotate back the other direction. So make it feel good in your body. Nice and fluid. And then we're going to hold that leg up. Use that side oblique as that leg comes through. Make sure that knee is not over the toes. And we lunge it, sinking those hips down. Shoulders back. Inhaling. Exhaling out. Doing that nice stretch. If you want to take it a bit deeper, pick up that hand, grab those toes, and pull in. Nice. Taking some deep breaths in here. Inhale. Exhale, dropping that down. If you want, tuck those toes under. That hand comes through. We come up into that big lizard lunge. Now once again, take it to your option. You can either drop that knee, or you can bring that other one around. So from here, we pick it up into that plank. Push through, sink those glutes down, push those hands. Once again, you can drop those kneeling, do a kneeling plank right here. Still activating that core. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees, come back for a well-deserved stretch right here. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to circle those arms around, interlace the fingers, and bring the shoulders forward for a stretch here. So the top of my head is just on the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Try and see those arms can come a little bit more forward. And then from here, I'm going to roll it one vertebra at a time. Lift up and try and see if I can gently arch the back. Roll the shoulders down, open up the chest. Inhaling and exhaling out. Beautiful, reaching those arms up. Bringing them back down in front of you. Tuck those toes underneath. Coming back up, right here. Little bend and stretch, the feet are just hip width apart. Head's nice and heavy. Little bend and stretch to release off those hamstrings. Hold it here, at the top of the head, get heavy towards the mat, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, exhale, roll one vertebra at a time. Lifting those hands up, looking up to the ceiling. And bringing them back down. Inhale, exhale. Lift up, we're going to dive down to the mat like you're diving into a pool. Nice little forward fold hanging here. Slight bend in the knees. Roll yourself back, all the way back up. Roll those shoulders back and down. Have a little stretch out side to side. Inhaling and exhaling for 3, 2, and last one. A nice big inhale, big plie, and plie down. Plie up, inhale, and exhale. We're just going to bring those elbows out inside the knees. So feet are slightly turned out. I'm just kind of pressing those hands in, opening up those hip flexors. And this is a little bend and squat here. And a little froggy squats to finish off with. Nice little hip mobility, hip stretch. For 3, 2, and last one. Lift up, hands come down, walk those feet back to parallel. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself on up. Hopefully I've left you feeling long, lean, and fabulous. We've worked all those muscles head to toe. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Make sure you like, share this video, drop a comment on what you'd like to see next. I'm here for you to make you feel fabulous in your body. So thank you so much for joining me. Take care.